Hi, I'm Bob Wagner from You Cook with Chef Bob, and it is the month of August. It's very hot here in Charleston, but in Australia, it's winter time because I have John Casale. John is the winemaker, owner of Yellowtail Wines, and now showcasing on our monthly basis with a monthly dish, your reserve wines. Today we are showcasing the Merlot, which is very exciting to me because I'm a big red wine drinker and excited to do a dish. And the dish that we're doing today, I'm going to showcase a very Australian product also, is lamb. And we're going to do something sort of tweaking a recipe from Burgundy where I spent 11 years called a fondue bourguignon. So you're thinking fondue and saying Bob's playing with cheese. Not in the middle of the summer, no we're not. Well, we're actually, what the French do, what the Burgundians do, is they'll get some fat together like this, get some oil, and we'll cook it with herbs. Can you smell it? Can you smell how great that smells? Herbs, thyme and rosemary, some garlic, and a little bit of seared onions. And we're going to let that cook, and that's sort of been doing its thing already, so we're going to get that out of there. And like a fondue, what we do is we cut up tiny pieces of meat, and then we cook that meat in our little fondue pot. So we're going to heat this up, we're going to get that nice and hot. We're going to cut our lamb up into little pieces. I've got a couple little dices like this because you don't want this too big. And the one thing fun about this is people can cook them to the temperature that they want. It's not going to take a lot of time, but truly flavored, that wonderful flavored oil. And then alongside of that, what we do is have little condiment sauces rather than making stocks and a whole bunch of almost too heavy of a sauce kind of thing for the summertime. And so what we've got going on, we've got a little mayonnaise. We have some homemade mayonnaise, and I've got some curry. We're going to add just a little bit of curry powder. And normally we can even make our own curry, but who has time to do that? And who wants to do that in the summertime, right? Curry, got a little bit of capers, and mayo, just some really good mayonnaise. Normally I like to make my own mayonnaise, but you know what? We're going to take time to make your own mayonnaise either. And fresh rosemary. One thing, if you don't want to make your own mayonnaise, I'm fine with that, but don't go buy dried rosemary. Use your fresh herbs. There's one. I'm going to let you mix that up. So we've got mayonnaise, capers, a little bit of curry powder. Our next one. Does it smell good?
It certainly does.
So just simple little things. And then alongside here we've got some Dijon mustard. The French definitely know how to make mustard. And we're just gonna pinch these guys in there. We're not even gonna chop them up. You go alongside of this fresh thyme like that. No need to chop that up. So fresh thyme. And this one we're gonna put green peppercorns. And these guys are real. Big bite to those, but we're not gonna put too many in there. I'm gonna have you mix that guy up. So we've got mustard, green peppercorn, and thyme.
Okay, peppercorns crushed.
Curry, rosemary, and we could have chopped those up a little bit if we wanted to, but you know what? We'll let them wake them all up a little bit there. That one's looking good.
Ready to go.
And this one's just some sour cream, and I have some roasted garlic. So this is garlic that I've placed in olive oil and popped in the oven until they become soft. You can see. Can you see how tender they are?
Oh, look at that. Yep.
It's almost turned into almost a mush. And as you mix these up, it's gonna puree a little bit, and it's gonna kind of mix up a little bit. We got some fresh parsley, so parsley, garlic, and sour cream. And now as we're doing this, we're gonna give a little bit of salt to everybody and pepper. Up. Go ahead and mix all those guys up. Alongside of that, I've also got some, you saw this earlier, our Merlot mustard.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah.
So I've got mustard that you can find. Maybe I'll find this one. And one thing good about this is you can do horseradish, and you can come up with any fun concoction that you feel like or enjoy. We're going to put these in our little containers. I'll have you go ahead and put that in there. All right, we're going to stab away, give it...
Okay, I've never tried this before, so I'm looking forward to it.
This is fun. And one thing you can see, we've got colors on the end, so you're not stealing my meat if we put it in the wrong... Yeah, just drop it in there, and away you go. Does its own thing, and then normally what we do on our sauces like this, we'll grab a little spoon, and each person would take a little sauce, depending on what you want to give it a shot, and then we've got a little bit of chips if we want to, and fun stuff. It's all about the family. So now you can grab these. Now you can grab a little bit of sauce, depending on which one you want.
Nicely done.
Explain to me what we're going to look at in a Merlot, in a reserve Merlot. What should we be looking for?
So what we're looking for is softness, length of flavour, and the play of fruit and oak. So you want fruit on one side, you want oak to help that, you want good palate weight, you want good palate length.
And what kind of time? These have obviously spent time in barrels, and everything in the reserve has spent time in the barrels?
Depending on the season, depending on the barrels, you know, up to half or 3/4 actually makes its way through barrels. So that's anything from 3 months to 12 months.
And compared, when we're looking at price-wise between your original Merlot and then the reserve Merlot, what are we looking price difference-wise?
What we're looking at is about a $5 or $6 price difference. The
original
yellowtail is about $6, reserves around $11.
Wow, huge.
And we're always presenting people with wines that we know are good value for money. So there's no one that's going to buy a yellowtail that will ever be disappointed. They'll be more than happy and they'll keep coming back, as they do with the original.
The original they may drink on a daily basis and say, you know what, I'm having friends over, or even not having friends over, you know what, I just want to give it a shot and try it.
Special occasion, or just treating yourself to something a little bit different. Certainly in the yellowtail family, yellowtail style, and it delivers quality, but you just try that for yourself.
Oh my gosh, and I love the fruit. It's all about the fruit. I love the fact that you guys are showcasing the fruit in such a great way. And I can't say it enough, no scary tannins.
See, with a lot of the high-priced wines, it's about extraction. For us, it's about flavour retention and not extraction. That's what we work for. We work to get that fruit and get it in balance with the rest of the wine.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Cheers.
Sir.